So I'm going to try to capture introducing new evidence. We have seen this is an upstanding character in the community, a policeman. He was at the parade. He saw what happened in front of him, and he has described what he saw already, and now they're going to introduce evidence. I believe I have the right spot.
Does that video accurately depict the events as you saw them unfold that day?
Oh, a little too far.
Move Exhibit 133 into evidence and ask to publish. Objection. The steering wheel.
Objection to that.
Overruled, the record will reflect.
What happened as the driver cranked the steering wheel to the right?
Unfortunately, when he did that, he essentially steered the vehicle across the parade route at a diagonal angle directly through a group of people that were walking with the Catholic community of Waukesha.
Based on your memory of where those people were in the road and the SUV's path of travel, what would have happened if the SUV had simply maintained a straight path instead of veering to the right?
Objection. Speculative.
Overruled, he may answer.
I believe that there was a gap between where the Catholic community from Waukesha were standing and the parade spectators. So there should have been an open alleyway if he would have went straight.
What happened next?
Unfortunately, when he drove through that group, he struck many of them, a lot of them kind of bouncing off the hood, and some of them, unfortunately, actually ran over. I could see people come out from underneath the vehicle.
Did you see the vehicle at any point attempt to strike the word attempt? Did you at any point see the vehicle slow down?
Objection. Speculative.
Overruled.
No, not at all.
Did you see brake lights?
Nope, none.
Did you hear a horn honking?
Nope, not at all.
I'd like to put up for the witness only, please, exhibit number 133.
Introducing evidence for the witness only.
This is a 5-second clip. It's cleared now. We're going to just play it for you once. Let me know if you recognize what you're looking at after you watch it, okay?
Objection. Hearsay.
Overruled.
Okay.
You recognize that clip?
Yes.
What does it depict?
That depicts the red Ford Escape traveling through the closed parade route from the east of Maple through that intersection with Maple on Main Street to the west, very close to where I was standing.
Does that video accurately depict the events as you saw them unfold that day?
Yes, it does.
Move exhibit 133 into evidence and ask to publish.
Objection. Hearsay.
Overruled, exhibit 133 is received. Permission to publish is granted.
So now they can show it to the jury.
Wait for the bailiff for a second.
There's a delay, so the monitor's in the jury box.
Okay.
And that new evidence is part of the trial.
Could you just tell us which part of the screen does the SUV enter?
Objection. Louise.
Overruled.
It enters from the right side of the screen and progresses across to essentially kind of the left side of the screen.
Okay, let's play this once then.
Why was he playing so fast? Is that normal speed?
Mr. Brooks, it's not your time to ask questions. You'll have an opportunity to ask those previously, or when. Go ahead.
Could we put up for the witness only, please, exhibit number 132. So same concept here. I'm just going to play a few seconds for you. You let me know if you recognize the area depicted in the video and what happens as it plays.
This is more new evidence for the witness only right now.
Let's keep going. Okay. Do you recognize that video?
Yes.
What does it show?
It shows the same red Ford Escape SUV that I've been talking about come in from the right-hand side of the screen and cross to the left-hand side of the screen, striking at least one person there.
And do you see the vehicle changing position in the road towards the end of that video?
Overruled.
Could I see it again?
Sure.
For the record, how long is this clip?
It is 11 seconds.
Thank you.
From my perspective, the vehicle travels straight through the video from right to left.
Okay. Is this an accurate representation of what you saw that day?
Yes.
Move exhibit 132 into evidence and request permission to publish.
Exhibit 132 is received. Permission to publish is granted.
Okay, so he has seen the evidence. He has spoken as to what he sees or the value of the evidence, and says it's fits what he knows in through his personal knowledge, and he says that the evidence is accurate, and so then they can put it into the trial as evidence.
Wait for the bailiff. Okay, we can play.
Now they're playing it for the jury.
I'd like to go back to the 6-second mark. Set it to 40%, please. And play from there.
Go ahead.
Can we go back to the 6-second mark?
Objection. Mr. Relevancy, keep going back.
I presume you have a question for the witness?
I do, yep.
All right, overruled.
Can you, using a little X again, can you draw on the screen the approximate area where you would have been standing at this time?
Sure. It would have been somewhere down in that area.
Okay. So the sidewalk running kind of up the middle of the screen here, that'll run into Maple,
Yes.
and then you would be on the other side of Maple?
Yeah.
Overruled. His answer may stand. Just caution the state about leading questions. Thank you.
Do you know what side of the street this camera is on, north or south? This,
Overruled, he asked if he knew.
This camera would be on the south side of Main Street.
and what direction is the camera facing?
This camera will be facing to the west.
Okay. And can we back up a little bit, maybe to the 3-second mark?
Yes.
Okay, we're at the 3-second mark. Do you see the SUV that you've been talking about in the video right now?
Objection, lead the witness.
Overruled.
Yes.
Can you please circle it for us? Thank you. We can clear that. Now, paying attention to the tail lights, let's play again at 40% from that spot, 3 seconds. What did you see the tail lights of the SUV doing in the last few seconds of that video?
Objection, what's the relevancy?
Overruled. He may answer.
I didn't see the taillights on. As far as like brake lights, I didn't see any brake lights.
But the rear-facing lights were illuminated in some way, correct?
Objection, lead the witness.
Sustained.
Asked about
Please.
tail lights, not brake lights.
Please rephrase.
Sure. Did you see any lights on the back of the vehicle?
Yes.
Which ones?
Taillights.
And what did you see the taillights doing in that portion of the video?
Objection, lead the witness.
Overruled.
The taillights were on.
But the position of the vehicle, did you see that change?
Objection, lead the witness.
Overruled.
I did not.
Okay. You testified earlier that you thought there might be some type of mechanical issue. Did you maintain that opinion?
No.
Why not?
Objection, speculative.
Overruled.
Based on the body language that the driver had exhibited as he passed me, there was no panic, there was no distress, like he was trying to stop the vehicle. In fact, he seemed to me like he was excited about what he was doing.
Would you please put up for the witness exhibit number 34, again for the witness only.
Go ahead.
And this is new evidence again.
134, excuse me.
It's the number,
134.
and it's only going to
We're
be
going to
shown.
play, this is a 16-second clip. We're just going to play the first 7 or 8 seconds for you.
Only the witness will see this.
That's good. We played 6 seconds. Do you recognize that video?
Do I recognize the vehicle in the video?
Yes.
Yes.
Objection, that wasn't the question, Your Honor.
Overruled. He may answer.
The answer was yes.
Yes.
Okay. This is based on your recollection of the scene that day. This would be where in relation to where you were standing?
That would be west of my location.
What happens to Main Street as you go west of where you were standing?
Objection, lead the witness.
Overruled.
Approximately a block to the west, the road takes a sharp turn to the left or south.
You testified earlier that the driver's window was down when it passed you. Is that correct?
Yes.
Does this video accurately depict how the SUV looked, including that window, at the time you saw it?
Objection, speculative. No window was open.
Overruled. He may answer. He's testifying about what he recalled, not what someone else thought. Go ahead.
Yes.
Move Exhibit 134 into evidence and request permission to publish.
Objection.
And now
Hearsay.
he's pup.
The objection's overruled. Exhibit 134 is received. Permission to publish is granted.
So they granted publishing, and now the jury can see the evidence.
Okay, we'll play this once at full speed.
The witness says this evidence
The
is
video that we
good
just played, Exhibit 134.
for showing the car.
That's how you recall seeing the video that day, the vehicle that day?
Yes.
and the window down.
Now, if we could put up for the witness only exhibit number 9, please.
And now they're introducing more evidence. This is for the
You
witness
recognize
only.
this exhibit?
Yes.
What is it?
That's the red SUV that I saw in the parade that day. The damage done depicts in the front of the vehicle is consistent with what I saw. The driver's window is open like I saw, and that's the driver that I saw driving the vehicle that day.
Does exhibit 9 appear to be a screenshot from the video that we just saw, exhibit 134?
Yes.
I'd move exhibit 9 into evidence and request permission to publish.
Objection. Statement seated.
Exhibit 9 is received. Permission to publish is granted.
Now they can show it to the jury. And all that evidence is part of the trial now, the trial record.
Does that come up in the jury box yet? Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Does the jury see what he saw? That's the question for the jury.
Okay, we can take that down. What did you do after the SUV drove out of your field of view?
Checked on my family. They were physically unharmed. So then I went into the road to see how I can help people.
Did you?
Yes.
Who?
Stepped out into the road. I looked to my left, to my right, in each direction. I would estimate probably 12 to 15 people in each direction that were lying in the road in various positions. I just walked up to the first people that I saw to my west, which would have been people that were with the Catholic community of Waukesha.
And did you attempt to render any medical aid to anybody in that group?
Yes.
Can you describe that?
So I happened upon two people. One was an adult male, and then one was a small child, probably 8 to 11. The adult male was conscious, was lying on his side. I believe it was the right side of his head on the ground. He complained that he couldn't move his legs. And then the young girl was unconscious. She was laying on her stomach, face down, with her head tucked essentially down underneath her, like onto her chest essentially.
The adult male that you described, did he provide you with a first name?
Yes, he did.
What was that?
Jason.
The girl that you mentioned, did you ever learn her name?
I have an idea who it is now. I did not learn it that day though.
Okay. What happened as you came upon that girl with her head tucked down into her chest?
I believe there was at least one other Good Samaritan that had come down to assist her. She was not, like I said, she was not conscious. She was breathing, but the breaths were more like snoring. I recognized that she was not getting good quality breaths. Could be characterized as agonal breathing, possibly, but she was not breathing normally.
What did you do?
I told the other Good Samaritan that we needed to get her in a better position so she could get adequate breaths, because where she was not. At first, the person was a little reluctant because they didn't want to hurt her more by moving her.
I just wanted to say he's not a doctor, so his aid is first aid, not medical aid. And then he used the term agonal breathing, but because he is not a doctor, he may or may not know what agonal breathing is.
But I convinced them that she's not breathing appropriately right now. We have to move her carefully so that she can have an opportunity to breathe.
So did you?
Yes.